Something that's actually kind of cool is what's going on with the HDA right now in their new campaign with Budweiser. Uh, this racism, no place in the game tape that's coming out. First off, powerful trailer.
Yeah.
Let's listen with the news. There's a bit of unfortunate stuff with this, and that is Keegan Mitchell, who is a player I think he's a PEI player. I can't remember the exact league. But he's been suspended because he criticized social media. He criticized officials and their response to a racist incident involving a teammate of his, criticized the league, is indefinitely suspended from, he's not in good standing, which means he's suspended from all activities sanctioned by the governing body of hockey in the province. And it has to do with a anti-Asian comment made towards one of his teammates from a player on the Vipers, who are another PEI team. I'm not familiar with the PEI league, unfortunately, Alex. And obviously, Mitchell hasn't been in the public very thinking about what exactly was said, except that he went to the player, called him out for saying a racist remark, and he had no place in the game. Now, the reason I kind of bring these two together here is I just kind of see a mirror image here. But you know how it, like those amusement parks, there's the distorted kind of mirror?
Yeah.
So I see the HDA and I see this is a really cool thing they're doing with Budweiser. This great sort of initiative, right? And how good it could be if they were associated with the NHL. And I see this league in the country. I know everyone kind of laughs at PEI because they're this little island off and out east, but you know, one of our major provinces, you know what I mean? And this small league, and a player gets suspended for stepping up for his teammate without it's not even a fight type thing. It's calling out someone for not dealing with racism. And it's just this sort of broken, distorted mirror of hockey and its image. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think I want to get to, because there's something, I don't know if you've seen Rick Westhead's article about the HDA stuff. I'll read you some stuff from that because it's quite interesting, but we'll get to that afterwards.
Okay.
So I really think it is Bush League that this kid got suspended indefinitely for criticizing the league and the officials. Like I get it I get having that rule. I think this is very much abusing that rule. I think that's abusing the rule that you put in place. Like, yes, there's certain things about a league that you probably should not be out there saying, but I don't think this is anywhere close to crossing the line. And not that it took much research, but I looked, HockeyPEI is a branch of Hockey Canada, which doesn't surprise me. If I am Hockey Canada, I am looking at this and I am plainly embarrassed. Because we already know Hockey Canada is practically a boys club, like they call it what it is. You know what I mean? I think they should be embarrassed by what has happened. And no longer than a day later, the HDA campaign comes up.
Do you want to go ahead and read this Westhead stuff then?
Yeah. So obviously there was the HDA campaign. And I don't know if you noticed, but the players were not wearing their NHL jerseys.
Oh, no.
So this is in here. This is from the Rick Westhead article. Akeem Aliou said the NHL repeatedly rejected requests to work with Budweiser Canada. By the way, Budweiser, a major sponsor for the NHL, and the HDA to create the spot. Quote, over a year ago, Budweiser reached out to the NHL and the NHLPA and told them about the spot and that it wanted to include current NHL players. Aliou said there were more than a dozen conversations, and in every one, the NHL said it didn't want to work with the HDA. So we're not allowed to be in any NHL branded gear in their spot. The league is saying the current guys like Wayne, you can't wear the jersey. The pettiness and smallness is so sad. It's another rock bottom for the NHL. Instead of NHL,
Wayne Simmons, right?
Yeah, Wayne Simmons. Sorry,
Okay,
yeah.
sorry. Go on.
Instead of NHL jerseys, players in the ad wear black and white uniforms with the HDA's logo.
You know what? I didn't notice that. Obviously, I noticed it wasn't their thingy jerseys. I thought that was just a statement type thing, but that's another wrinkle in the NHL, isn't it? That's just unacceptable.
Why are they so stubborn about?
Because it's run by. I got to be careful what I say here, but look at Bettman and Daly for a second. Let's just look at not even years past. Let's just look at since the Bill Peters stuff onwards. It's weird. We shouldn't be surprised by that, but you still kind of are. It's again the thing with Kane. I'm not mad. I'm disappointed.
Right. Like I want you to think about this for a second.
Okay.
How quickly did the NHLPA tweet about that they're going to file a grievance for Evander Kane?
Like that.
They don't
snap, but they can't.
Are they sorry. Are they or are they not a players union?
They are.
What are they? Because they don't
Allegedly.
act like a players union. Yeah, they don't act like a players union. I thought this was a perfect opportunity for the NHLPA to be involved in something that I think can help grow the game of hockey. I want to read you the Wayne Simmons quote. I'm just pulling it up. I apologize. But I think it very much gets the point across of what the whole campaign is about. And now I cannot find this tweet. This is very upsetting. But essentially, it's about like, it's not, because I saw comments about like, you know, they're just trying to like, poor me. That's not the point. It's not about them. It's about what they're dealing with. They shouldn't have to deal with this. They really shouldn't.
I think it's because the league are probably too busy suing their insurance companies right now. That's a story that from Rick Westhead. I want to make a note. We have it in the doc. We're not talking about it yet because I feel like there's a lot coming. For those of you who don't know, I think it's 5 teams with the league are suing insurance companies due to. Let me just read. This is the sort of header for the article. Is the NHL and 20 of its teams? Wow, I think 5 are suing 5 of their insurance providers, alleging the companies have breached contract by refusing to reimburse more than $1 billion worth of losses due to COVID-19 pandemic. That's something I want to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
It's in the doc. It's just I don't think there's a lot of detail. But again, it's maybe that's why, because they're too busy dealing with that, and that's going to make them money.
This is the quote from Wayne Simmons. This was from an Athletic article.
Mm-hmm.
Our goal is not to tarnish the reputation of the game. Our goal is to make this game better, a safe space for everybody, and an all-encompassing game. Why is that so hard?
Mm-hmm. They just don't get it. I don't know if it's because they don't see profit in it, but that's how it feels. But I don't know, man. It's the $1 million question.
And Simmons was talking about enrolling his daughter in hockey, and how it was like, it's a troubling thing to do considering what he's had to endure and considering the lack of maturity from the NHL to own up to the fact that there is an issue there is an issue here. And I just don't understand why this is so hard to accept. Why is it like we're already having issues with getting more and more kids to play the game of hockey because it's ridiculously expensive. And then we're trying to do this and it's like, oh, well, no, we can't do this for whatever reason. It makes no sense to me.
All right, we're going to move on for now.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's it. I'm done.
No, it's okay, man. That was good.